Look around. The starting line is always crowded, buzzing with energy and hope. Everyone's got a new idea, a fresh project, a brilliant plan. They've bought the domain, designed the logo, told their friends. The excitement is real, but it's just the beginning. Starting is easy. That's why so many people do it. It feels like progress, but it's just preparation, a promise, not a result. The crowd at the start is a mirage. Most are just tourists, here for the thrill, not the journey. They love the idea of the journey, but haven't packed for the long road ahead. They're sprinters in a marathon they don't realize they've entered. The energy of the starting line won't carry them to the finish. Think about your last new beginning, a gym membership, a blog, a YouTube channel. The first days felt amazing. You showed up, did the work, saw progress. You thought, this is it, this time is different. But the starting line is a liar. It whispers that it'll be easy, but hides the truth. The race isn't won at the start. It's not even really run there. The real race happens later, in the quiet, lonely middle. When the crowds are gone and the cheering stops, it's just you and the work. The starting line is a party, but the finish line is for those who walk through the desert in between. The crowd thins quickly. The tourists go home. Soon you find yourself in a much harder place. The excitement fades and reality sets in. The easy wins disappear and the work gets real. Most people leave when the fun is gone. Only a few keep going. The journey truly begins when the crowd disappears. The finish line is reserved for those who endure. The starting line is crowded, but the finish line is almost empty. The question is, will you keep going when the crowd is gone? Will you walk through the desert or turn back to the party? The choice is yours. The real work starts now. Welcome to the journey. The beginning is a honeymoon. Everything feels wonderful. The first chords on a guitar, the first video views, the first sale, these are fireworks. Early feedback is intoxicating. A little effort brings big rewards. Novelty fuels you. Every day brings a new win. You feel like a natural, climbing a mountain with an ever-improving view. You can't imagine quitting when it feels this good. But this phase is a trick designed to get you started, not to get you finished. The joy of the new is temporary. Sooner or later, the novelty wears off. The easy gains vanish. Progress slows. Learning your fourth chord isn't as thrilling as your first. The next 10 views don't feel special. The work gets harder, the rewards smaller. The honeymoon ends and doubt creeps in. Was this a good idea? Am I cut out for this? The fireworks are gone. The applause fades. You're no longer a tourist, you're a resident, seeing the cracks in the walls. The long hard road ahead becomes clear. This is the moment of truth. Most people quit here, but if you keep going, you move beyond the crowd. The real journey starts when the joy of the new fades. Will you keep going when it's just work? That's where the story really begins. After the excitement, you hit a wall, the dip. The dip is the long, hard slog between starting and mastery. Progress flattens, work gets harder, results slow down, your guitar calluses hurt, your videos get fewer views, your motivation fades. The dip is universal. Every worthwhile pursuit has one. It's the system's way of filtering out the unserious. Most people aren't ready for the dip. They expect the excitement to last. When it doesn't, they're shocked and disappointed. They think they've failed, so they quit. This is where the crowd disappears. But the dip isn't failure, it's proof you're on the right track. It's the price of doing something remarkable. If there were no dip, there'd be no value. The dip makes success rare. Reaching the dip means you're no longer a beginner. You're a contender. The question isn't about starting anymore, it's about pushing through. Will you endure when the work gets hard? The dip is the test. Most quit. Few persist. In the dip, quitting feels logical. The cost is high, the reward is low. Your brain says stop, cut your losses. Friends and family might agree. You gave it a good try, they say. Quitting offers instant relief. The struggle ends, the pressure lifts. It feels smart, like a strategic retreat. But this logic is flawed. It's short-term thinking. It mistakes the dip for a dead end. People quit in the dip because they can't see the other side. They don't realize the pain is what creates value. The biggest rewards are for those who push through. The dip creates scarcity. Few make it, so the reward is rare. Quitting in the dip isn't strategy, it's surrender. It's leaving the gold mine just before you strike gold. The truth? The dip is temporary. The struggle is the path to mastery. If you quit now, you guarantee you'll never see what's possible. If you push through, you might just reach the breakthrough. The choice is yours. Most people quit, winners keep going. The dip is the filter. Will you pass through or will you turn back? Not all quitting is bad. Strategic quitting is a secret of success. There's the dip, and there's the cul-de-sac, a dead end. In a cul-de-sac, no amount of effort leads to results. Quitting dead ends is smart, it frees you to pursue real opportunities. Winners quit the wrong things quickly so they can double down on the right ones. Before you start, ask, is this a dip or a cul-de-sac? If others have succeeded on this path, it's a dip push through. If it's a dead end, quit without regret. Most people do the opposite, quitting dips, sticking with dead ends. Do what winners do, quit the dead ends, persevere through the dips. That's how you conquer what matters. Clara wanted to be a potter. She bought a wheel, some clay, and set up in her garage. Her first pots were wobbly, but she was thrilled. Friends cheered her on. For weeks she was obsessed. Each session brought small improvements. Then, she hit a plateau. Her pots were decent, but not great. She tried harder projects. Vases collapsed, teapots were crooked. Online praise faded, the joy was gone. She was deep in the dip. Friends asked, "Are you still doing pottery?" It stung. Clara thought about quitting. It seemed logical, but she remembered why she started. The feel of clay, the dream of mastery. She kept going quietly. She stopped posting online, stopped seeking validation. She focused on the work, watched master potters, read books, failed hundreds of times. Every day she showed up. Slowly, she improved. Her hands learned, her pots grew taller, her teapots balanced. No sudden breakthrough, just gradual, hard-won progress. A year later, a gallery owner saw her work and offered her a show. Her quiet persistence paid off. Clara's story isn't about talent or luck. It's about enduring the dip. She didn't quit when it got hard. She kept going when no one was watching. That's what made her different. The real reward came after the struggle. The dip was the test. And she passed. Her work found its voice. Quiet persistence wins. What did Clara do differently? It wasn't talent or luck. Winners expect the dip. They see it as the price of entry, not a sign of failure. When it gets hard, they lean in, not out. Every quitter makes the finish line less crowded. Winners see the dip as an opportunity to stand out. They shift focus from external rewards to internal motivation. They fall in love with the process, not just the praise. Progress is measured against themselves, not others. They find joy in small, invisible improvements. Winners are patient, committed for the long haul. They know breakthroughs come from consistent effort, not sudden luck. Bad days don't discourage them. They trust the process, knowing progress isn't linear. As long as they keep showing up, the trend is upward. The dip is endured because they know what's on the other side. Most quit. Winners persist. That's the difference. Will you be one of them? We love stories of overnight success, a single moment when everything changes. But that's a fantasy. Real breakthroughs are built on 1,000 invisible moments. The world sees the finish line, not the years of quiet effort. Every failed attempt, every unnoticed post, every small improvement. These are the foundation. The dip is where you build skill, not just spend time. The real work is invisible, but it's what matters most. Stop waiting for magic. Build a breakthrough process. Show up every day. Get a little better each week. Trust that your effort is compounding even when no one sees. Success isn't a lottery ticket. It's a structure you build, brick by brick. The breakthrough comes when your work is finally visible. Until then, keep building. The world will notice when you're ready. Don't chase the moment, create the process. The dip is where the foundation is laid. The finish line is for those who persist. Your breakthrough is coming. If you keep going, don't stop now. So, here you are. You started something. It was exciting. Now, it's hard. The rewards are rare. You're in the dip. Most of the crowd is gone. It's quiet, lonely, and quitting whispers in your ear. This is your moment of decision. Most people quit. They chase new beginnings, never finishing. They collect abandoned hobbies and what-ifs. But you're different. You know the dip is a filter, not a wall. The struggle is the price of doing something remarkable. The pain is temporary. The frustration is part of the process. Quitting now guarantees you'll never see the other side. Pushing through is the only way to find out what you're capable of. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. Just beyond this difficulty. Don't be the one who gives up. Be the one who leans in, who embraces the struggle. Be the quiet potter, focused on the clay. Keep going. Show up tomorrow, and the day after. The world needs what only you can create. You can only create it if you don't quit. This is your turn. Don't waste it. The finish line is waiting. Will you cross it? The choice is yours. Like and subscribe for more motivation. Your journey starts now.